Hey YouTube, it's your girl Taylor, and today on my channel, we are going to talk about my weight loss journey. So, although I am a curve model and I stand firmly on body positivity, I also stand very firmly on health and living a healthy lifestyle. So, if you're interested in this video to find out how I lost 35 pounds in 3 months, stay tuned. Okay, so my weight has been something that I have been I don't want to say battling with, but just trying to manage and maintain for years. When I became a plus size model, I stopped focusing so much on it because I felt like, oh, well, I'm a curve model, I'm a plus model. It doesn't really matter if I'm heavier. And it really doesn't matter. However, I got my degree in public health, health promotion. And so, due to that, I cannot stray away from health for too long or healthy practices for too long. So I went to Vegas in May with my friends. And when I got back from Vegas, I looked at the pictures and I was just like, wow, like I have gotten so big, like big for my body. I'm not saying I was obese or anything like that. However, I was just the biggest I had ever been in my entire life. And it kind of just snuck up on my ass. I didn't even realize, you know how you never realize that you're getting big until you're big and then you see a picture of yourself, like not a selfie, but like a picture somebody took of you, and you're like, who's that baby? Right, is that me? Is that me? Literally, that's how I was. I saw a picture of myself from Vegas, from Memorial Day weekend with my friends, and I was just like, Taylor, like, girl, you got to get it together. Like, I don't know when you just kind of let yourself go, but you have. And I had to admit that to myself. You know, we love to say, oh, I'm thick, my booty big. I'm like, but my stomach is also hanging over my belt as well. So at that very moment, I realized, okay, I got to get control of my weight again. I have to get control of my body again, get in control of my health again, especially being a health promotion major and trying to work in the healthcare field. I was like, I have to get myself back together. So that is what I did. I don't know the exact day, but it was in June when I started. Well, I started my weight loss journey in June, but I fell off. Like I went strong for like a week, week and a half, and then I just fell off terribly until about July, beginning of July. I also went on vacation back home to Chicago in July, so I really fell off again. So I didn't really get serious about my weight loss until about the third week of July, maybe third week, fourth week of July. And so when I first weighed in July, I weighed 235 pounds. I kid you not. I weighed 235 pounds, and most people don't think that I ever weighed that much, but I'm 6'2". With my build, I wear my weight really well. It's pretty proportional, and so yeah, they can't tell, but baby, the scale don't lie. Okay, the scale does not lie to your ass, and I stepped up on it and it said 235, and I was shocked. I was like nearly mortified because it was literally the biggest I have ever been. I've always been a pretty fit person. I was still on the thicker side, but I was like fit thick. And at this point, I was just thick, 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 a little too thick, you know? So that's when I decided I needed to make a change. And that is the day I started my change. So I am going to insert pictures of me at my heaviest, at 235 pounds. So that is how much I weighed. I weighed 235 pounds at the end of July. I got really, really serious about my fitness. And so today I weigh, well, as of November 2nd, I now weigh 198 pounds. So my goal weight is 195. I just want to be a solid, healthy 195. Because I am in the modeling industry and I am technically a curve model and plus size model, I want to keep my curves. You know, I just want to be very toned. I want my body to be toned. I don't want to jiggle. You know, I don't want a lot of bulges, but I don't mind being a curvy person. I don't. And I love being a curve model, and I love being just a body positive mentor for other curvy women. So I don't want to lose that. So a lot of people think that I've been working out and all of that stuff to get skinny, and that is not the case whatsoever. So before I even get into my diet and my workout regimen, I just want people to know that the goal for me was not to get skinny, because you know people love to think like, so you're trying to get skinny? I thought you were a curve model and now you're trying to get skinny. It's like, no, I don't wish to be skinny. I love my curves. I am a healthy size 12, 14, and I am proud of it, and I wish to remain that way. So I started off at 235 pounds, and in about three and a half months, I now weigh 198 pounds. And this is all from working out, eating healthy, and just having those healthy lifestyle changes. I didn't do anything drastic. I didn't take any supplements. I didn't stop eating. I wasn't doing, you know, like really just detrimental stuff to my health. I did it the healthy way. So if you're interested in figuring out how to lose 35 pounds in 3.5 months the healthy and safe way, I'm your girl, and I'm going to give you all my tips and tricks. So let's just start with the first step. The first step is to actually just be sick and tired of where you are physically. So with that being said, you have to get your mind ready. Like, you have to be mentally prepared to go on your journey, because if you're not, trust me, you will backslide a lot. And that is what happened to me in the very beginning of my journey. I thought I was ready, and then I would start, and then I would stop. And I would start eating healthy, then start binging. So you have to mentally prepare yourself for it, or else you will not succeed, okay? That was step number one. Step number two, I threw out all of the junky foods and just crap out of my refrigerator, out of my pantry. I had to throw all of that out, okay? And literally on day one, I went straight to the grocery store because I had to have healthy options in the house. You have to have healthy options in your house, because if you don't, you will eat out, you'll order stuff, you know what I'm saying? So you have to have the stuff ready in your house. So whenever you're hungry, you can just go in there and eat. I cut out all carbs. All carbs for about a month. I wasn't eating bread. I was barely eating rice. I wasn't eating, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to cut all that shit out. And honestly, it was the hardest thing for me to do, because I love carbs, okay? I love grilled cheese. I love sandwiches. I just love bread. That is the hardest thing for me, and that is what I had to do. I had to cut all that out. And I really tried to stick to lean meat. So I did chicken, like grilled chicken, baked chicken, or I did fish. And for the most part, I want to tell you all that I became damn near a pescatarian. I was only eating salmon. I was eating tilapia at the beginning until I did more research on tilapia, and I was like, I'm cutting that out of my diet as well. Not for health reasons, but just for other GMO crazy reasons. So I just stopped eating tilapia, and I really focused on fish. So I had a plant-based diet for the most part, but then I would add fish and sometimes shrimp, stuff like that. And then very rarely I was eating grilled chicken, boneless, skinless chicken, all that type of stuff. But I made sure my fridge was filled with greens. I love spinach. I love eating raw spinach, like as a salad. I mean, I cook it sometimes, but I'd rather eat it raw. So I had spinach literally twice a day. Twice a day. Like, either in my breakfast and in my dinner, or in my lunch and my dinner, or my lunch and my breakfast. But I always had spinach. Some type of green leaf. Whether that be spinach, kale, whatever type of green leaf you like, by all means eat that. But that is what I did. And honestly, I'm just going to tell you all what I did. So I was eating spinach every day. I also tried to incorporate maybe like a broccoli, or maybe like a, what is that thing called? Celery. Celery. I would eat cucumbers. I was a green person, so I was eating a lot of green vegetables. You have to figure out what is the best diet plan, and I don't even want to call it a diet, the best food plan for you that will keep you satisfied, keep you full, and keep you healthy. And you just have to figure out what that is for you. I'm not saying that you have to cut out bread in your diet. However, I know that that is a guilty pleasure of mine, and I will just overindulge in it. So I had to cut it out completely for about a month. And that was really hard because I love bread. But I cut it out for like a month. So yeah. So for the most part, that is what I was eating. And honestly, I know a lot of people say that when you're trying to lose weight, like your your food selection is boring. And you know what? I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. In those 3 months, I was eating like very boring meals. Like I'm telling you, in the morning it would be oatmeal and turkey bacon, or it would be like turkey bacon, avocado, eggs, or it'd be like avocado and eggs, or it'd be like half a sweet potato, eggs and avocado. Like I tried to switch it up, but those are some of my favorite breakfast foods. And so I just ate that. And then, like I said, for lunch, I would have a smoothie, and it would have spinach, frozen banana, avocado, unsweetened almond milk, or something like that. And then for dinner, I would have half a sweet potato and fish and broccoli or spinach or salad, stuff like that. And yes, it was very boring, but it helped me drop the weight fast. It helped me lean out really fast. And honestly, I wouldn't have had it any other way because I'm not really a cooker. I don't like to cook. I'm not a lady who likes to be in the kitchen. And so these meals were quick to prepare. They were low budget. They weren't super expensive because, fresh food, fresh produce can be really costly. So it wasn't too expensive. I was full. I had fuel to work out. And it just works for me. It works for me. And I don't know if it will work for you all, if you guys can have such a bland diet for that long of a time, but like it really works, I'm telling you. As far as cheat meals go, I would say do not deprive yourself. Um, Deprivation leads to overindulgence and just binge eating. So every now and then, maybe twice a week, I would let myself have one of my favorite snacks, um, or a cookie, or Oreo. Like I would let myself have that, a bag of chips, because if you don't and you just get to that point where you're just over it, you will binge eat. And I did not want to binge and just throw off my whole movement. So I made sure that I gave myself treats every now and then throughout the week. It was like a reward for me. Some of my favorite snacks that I ate were all things Nature Valley. I think that's what they're called, Nature Valley. They have those Nutri-Grain Valley bars or whatever. They have like these little almond biscuits. I tend to stay to those, like those type of things, because they fulfilled my sweet craving, but they didn't have so much sugar in them. And they were only like 90 calories or 160 calories. And so I got that little sweet craving out the way. Like it would just fulfill me for that moment and I would be good. So those are like some of my favorite snacks. Also, a favorite snack of mine is one of the things that I used to eat back in the day, and they called it ants on a log, and it was literally celery with peanut butter on it and like chocolate chips or raisins, like a couple chocolate chips or raisins. And that would also fulfill my sweet craving. So that was also a very good snack for me, aside from fruit. I love fruit. I love strawberries, grapes, watermelon, bananas. Those were the type of fruits I was eating. However, I will say be cautious with your fruit intake. Fruits are filled with natural sugars. Although it's natural, it's still sugar. So you just want to be careful when you are eating fruit. I know people think it's a good thing that they're eating a lot of fruit, and sometimes it can be counterproductive. So just be careful with your fruit intake because it does have a lot of natural sugars. So that's a piece of advice. As far as working out goes, I actually enjoy working out. Now, I have my weeks when I am just lazy as hell, and then I have other weeks where I'm pumped to go, and it feels good to go, and it's a stress reliever for me, or it's fun for me. I try to go to the gym I want to be realistic. About 2 out of the 3 months, I was going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. And then about the other month and a half, I was actually going to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. And that is when I was really trying to like get this weight off. I was really trying to get it off. And so that is what I would do. I would go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. And I would take maybe like a day off throughout the week, like during the weekdays, and then I would take like Saturday or Sunday off. But I would never take like 2 consecutive days off because then I would get lazy. I would lose my motivation, and then, yeah, it's a wrap from there. So I would go to the gym like on a Monday, Tuesday, take Wednesday off, go Thursday, Friday, take Saturday off, go back Sunday. Like something like that. And I would switch it up depending on what I had to do throughout the week. But that is what I would do. That was like my schedule for the gym. Now, as far as what I did in the gym, the first month and a half to 2 months, I focused really hard on cardio. I wanted to build my stamina up. I wanted to shed the weight. So I did a lot of cardio. I would spend about 35 minutes on cardio a day, or every time I went to the gym. 35 to 40 minutes. It depends. It really would depend on how I felt that day. But I wanted to get back running. I love running. I think it's a great exercise and it's just a stress reliever. So I started running on the treadmill. I do not run outside. The impact is too harsh on my knees. So I would run on the treadmill. And to build my stamina up, I would start by just walking. I would walk on an incline. I would do about a 13 incline, and I would be walking at the speed of about 3.5, and I would just walk. And I would do that for like 35 minutes. So the first week I got back in the gym, that is what I was doing. I was just walking on an incline for 35 minutes. And you would be surprised how winded you are just from walking on an incline. It just shows you how out of shape you are. So I did that for a week. The next week, I was like, pump it up a little bit. So I decided that I was going to run and walk, and just switch off doing that. So throughout a workout, I would basically do a 5-minute warm up on an incline. I would go back down to about a 5 incline, and I would do sprints for 30 seconds. I would do a 30-second sprint, and then I would walk for a minute. I would do a 30-second sprint, and then I would walk for a minute. I would do a 30-second sprint, and I would literally follow that pattern for about 25 to 30 minutes. And that is what I did. I did that for a week. And you can just feel yourself getting stronger and stronger. Your stamina is getting better. You're not as winded anymore. And you're pushing yourself. You're pushing yourself so you can see the difference. So I did that for that week. Then the next week, I pumped it up a little more. I would then do like 2-minute jogs, and then I would walk on an incline. 2-minute jogs, then walk on an incline. 2-minute jogs, then walk on an incline. And I would do that also for 25 to 30 minutes. I did that for a week. And then that next week, I was like, you know what? It's time to go full throttle. So the next week, I was like, okay, now I am going to try to run. I'm going to try to run for as long as I can. And you just have to push yourself. I know sometimes it can be like very discouraging. You see other people in the gym and they're running, Becky just moving right on along, and you're like, winded after 30 seconds. I know it can be very intimidating, but honestly, when you go into a gym, block all of that shit out. They're not you, you're not them. You know what I'm saying? This body is yours. You're doing this for you. You ain't doing it for them. So don't worry about them. And most of the time, we're overthinking it anyway. People don't care about us in the gym because they're so zoned out doing what they're doing. It's always our own insecurities that kind of imprison us in that way. So don't even focus on them. Then next week, I built up enough confidence, stamina, and strength. So I'm like, I'm running today. So literally, I surprised myself. I made it about 8 minutes of running. And I was running maybe like at like 5.6, 5.7. And I was running and I made it 8 minutes. And I had literally almost made it to a mile. And that was like one of my, I won't even call it a small victory. It was like one of my victories for me because I felt so accomplished because I had been working up to this. Because at one point, my little heavy ass could not run past a minute or 2. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I could not make it. So being able to make it that far was like so rewarding for me. That's how I did my cardio. After cardio, I started weight training. I started weight training, and I would do legs, I would do arms, I would do back, I would do abs. And I would use most of the machines, but I would also go on YouTube and look up different, exercises for different areas that I really wanted to target. And I would just follow those. And I can give you all a list of the exercises I was doing. If you're interested, just, let me know, and I can make another video just demonstrating the different exercises that I did to get where I wanted to be physically. I'm going to wrap this up because this is just a quick introductory video on my weight loss journey. I want to just start by saying that this was my journey. Your journey can be similar to mine. It might not be the same as mine. You may not have the same results as me because we're all made differently. Our genetic makeup is different. However, I know that you can all do it. You just got to get out there and, like Nike, just do it. You have to get up and do it. That is the hardest part, is the beginning. But I'm telling you, once you begin, once you started and you see those results, baby girl, you are not going to want to stop, okay? You're not going to want to stop because you're going to be like, damn, I look good. I feel good. I want to keep this up. And all it's going to do is boost your confidence, We don't all have the same weight loss goals, I'm done. I'm like, look, I'm now on the verge of just toning and sculpting my body. We all have different goals, but the key is to just start. Don't say tomorrow. Don't say I'll start next week. I know sometimes we mess up and then we'll be like, oh, dang, I'll just start over on Monday. No, just start over now. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make the conscious effort every day to just do better than you did the previous day. And I'm telling you, you'll see those results. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be so proud. You're going to feel great about yourself. Your confidence is going to be through the roof. Ain't nobody going to be able to tell you nothing. And you just got to start. I'm going to come back with another video, like I said, just showing you some of the workouts I did that helps me. I can show you some of the meals that I prepared for myself. If you guys want to see videos more on that, like, my grocery list, what I purchased, how I make it, please feel free to shoot that in the comment box below, and I'm going to get right with you. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope that this video can encourage, inspire somebody out there, because I know y'all got it in you. You can do it. I did it. Everybody else be doing it. We can all do it. We can all look great. We can all feel great. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions, like I said, feel free. Don't hesitate to contact me. I love you all so much for watching this. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace out. Love you all. And quick shout out to my homegirl, Jessica, aka JJ, aka Vanilla Love, aka J So Pretty on YouTube. That is my friend, and she put her weight loss journey on YouTube, and it basically inspired me to do the same, because a lot of people ask me what I do, how I do it. I just thought that it would be a good idea to now document my weight loss journey. So shout out to you, JJ. Thank you, sis.